Hello and welcome to a Let's Play by me, the GamerWolfSix of the Museum of Fine Arts. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this, not really a game, but, well, a look around thing. But I thought, while I look at all this stuff, might as well make a video of it, just in case I have a slow VR day. Man. I'm not sure if it's like a headset since, first generation, not as good resolution, or if these are just really blurry things that you really have to put your head up close to them. Because at this distance, you can maybe kind of suss it out. Here, it's like completely unreadable, so you really have to get yourself here. And I don't think it's the controller that's making it shaky, I think it's the 2 cups of coffee. Because, hey, you gotta have something. So, let's put that out of the way. Oh, I had to do this to put it down, not, these things. It's weird seeing these in a VR thing. That seems a bit sensitive. Ooh, coffee. Hey, gotta have some addiction. All my mochas. It'd be kind of interesting if they change this thing around a bit. So let's go look at David's dick. I don't think I have to censor that, because, it doesn't look that big. It was cold back then. Uh-huh. So yeah, it's gonna be a mostly quiet VR thing. I'm talking every now and then. You get to see this in, well, not VR, but something. Actually, it'd be kind of cool if you could, like, fake VR. Like, I would have, camera here, instead of, I think, just here or there. And then you could, I don't know, cross your eyes and see a virtual... Oh, wait, that's a different thing? Oh, wait, yeah. So you could see it, kind of. I do like going to museums and stuff. Granted, I don't go enough. Problem with, like, mostly when I go to museums, it's with family, so it's like they're like, mm-hmm, uh-huh, which I used to do as a kid, but, like, these days I'm like, I really want to actually read this stuff, engross myself in it, because, like, this used to be a bit of rock. Somebody was like, I want something made. Somebody chiseled out of it. It was in a place for a while. Civilization rise and fell. Somebody took it. Somebody else took it, etc., 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 and now it's in a museum. And there was, like, people hundreds to thousands of years ago that were around things like this. I kind of want to feel it. But it's hard when, you're spending like several minutes at one thing and your family's already in the next room. Huh. This is from where? Unknown. I guess. New York. Something in here? Okay. I'll go to that later. I think that's Augusta, so... These two things are different? I think so. You know, I kind of deal with stuff like this, where it's like you take a bunch of pictures from different angles and you get like a 3D rendering of it. Granted, this could have, like, you could have gotten a whole bunch of pictures and, you know, had a higher end computer and done, I would hope, a better job. I mean, this doesn't look that good, really. I mean, you can really do a really good job if you get like a high definition camera from a whole bunch of different angles and stuff like that, and stuff. And I mean, from a distance, it's, you know, ooh, look at that, but from otherwise, not so much. Oh, look, tits, I think, and that's a head. It's kind of neat how close you can get, and you just see things here. I guess it's a lot easier to do paintings and stuff like that than it is 3D renderings. As you can see, it's kind of sticking out from the back. Use Agisoft. It's a real cool thing. It's free, but A, it's kind of a hard thing to use to render stuff. You know, it's labor intensive when it comes to computer. And B, the reason why you have to pay for something is you can't save it unless you pay for it. Venus. Hmm. I really liked Assassin's Creed, where it's like, hey, once you get a whole bunch of money, you can just buy art stuff. Assassin's Creed 2 was probably the best one of them all. I can appreciate this painting, but I don't understand why people, like, lose their mind over it. I mean, it's like, I guess, hey, no matter which way you are, it kind of looks like it's looking at you, and it's like, is it a smile? Is it a eh? But truly, like, if nobody told me, hey, this is a famous painting, I'd be like, yeah, okay. It's just, oh, there's a wall right here. Think? Oh, that's a chair. Let me move back a bit and move to the center. Yep, it's a thing. Oh, hey, body check. Oh, somebody knocked off your willy and your arm. And I guess your spear too. Oh, your other spear. Life size. God, I'm short. Like, I'm 5'9", but like, you wouldn't think people back then would be tall. Like, I think this would be like, what, Goliath size, give or take? I mean, they say he was big, but not like what you've seen some paintings where it's like, oh, he's a titan. Da, 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 da. Huh. I wonder if they add to this place or if they like change things around a bit. Like, back here, I wouldn't have thought that's actual words, but then it's like, oh yeah, you can read stuff. It's kind of shiny, not reflective. Or at least only reflects some things. Okay, let's go to that place all the way over there because we're next to it originally. 4 rooms down here, and then we got upstairs. So let's see. Paita. Oh man. Like, I'm privileged. I get, like, my dad's oil person, so I get to see things and go to museums and stuff like that. And one thing that I just find really funny is, like, what, 13th century paintings, where it's basically just all Mary and Jesus in really just like grade school kind of drawing abilities. It's like, oh hey, people just did these really weird paintings of exactly the same thing for hundreds of years. Hmm. Is it made out of wood? I read things and then I forget them pretty much instantly. Story of my life. Gilded wood, okay. What makes things gilded? Landers. Mm-hmm. Hmm. What's with the lack of frames? I mean, I guess these are in like high detail, high pixel things, so it's kind of like seeing somebody in like VR with high pixel count and just makes you get all framey. I guess when I look this way, everything's fine, but then when I look this way, yeah, frame rate drops. Seriously, Jesus, you need to reduce your pixel count of your avatar. Gonna crash the server. Yeah, I think I saw this one. Yeah. Go in, it's on your right, I think. I mean, this one, like, I can understand this being famous because it looks good and it's high detail and it's marbled, marbled and all that stuff. And also in Vatican City. With the Mona Lisa, it's just like, eh. What's it supposed to be? Maybe it's a bearded dude and they were just like, I give up on the detail. Oh. Hmm. Okay. That's weird. It's also weird being like, here's me teleporting. Oh yeah. Let's read this thing. Terracotta Army. Well, I didn't audio this, so it might be hard to hear me. Hmm. So this was in the Terracotta Army. Joke. This room... Eh. Oh, cool. Oh, I guess I'm stuck here now, part of the Terracotta Army. That room was short but neat. A lot of dogs in there, though. And people fighting. But I guess that's the art world for you. Like, this could be in a better resolution, because even when reading that, it's kind of hard to tell what's what. I mean, that looks like a face. There's like a spear and something. I guess that's a bowl, the bloodletting thing. And when you get up on it, it's just kind of like, Can't see anything. Like, you see, this is a lot better stuff, though. I guess 3D things are a bit easier, maybe? You'd think it wouldn't be, especially that. Those that would take a long time to do, like wires and stuff like that. I tried that in Edgysoft, and it's impossible when it isn't your main thing, and just confuses the program. So wait. So she's becoming a tree? Huh. Okay. Religion's weird, and mythology. Like all of it. There isn't one. There are very few that are like, oh, it's very, weird. Not like, okay, now you're kind of stretching. You're just pulling my leg here. Oh, jeez. It'd be kind of neat to, for a job, doing models in 3D. All I just need is a very high definition camera and an extremely good computer with battery power. Because we've done 3D models of things, and it says, hey, it's going to take a week, and then there's a power outage. And that is terrible. Garbage. I wonder when they know the relative time of it. Like, it's like unknown Egyptian, but we know pretty much the exact time, give or take what? 10 years. I mean, I guess maybe there's like style changes in Egyptian time that, might be very varying. Who knows? I mean, age dating, that seems a bit. I don't know. Or I get. Yeah. It could be of a specific person. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Man, he has big cheekbones. Hmm. Okay, it was just. Here's. Oh, right. Need to read. It is kind of weird that, you know, they had to put two different things in like same area, but for some reason they have enough money to make an indoor snow place. Lord of Dance. Hmm. Jesus. I guess Japan has some really, strong storms, or at the time they had some really weak buildings with regards to storms. It's kind of funny. It's like, oh, it was made in 1252 something something something. The wooden statue in the building containing it was destroyed in 1248. They made another statue. The hall that it was housing it was destroyed in 1334, so they rebuilt it, and then it was like destroyed a bit over like 3 decades later, and then they rebuilt it again, and then no century and a couple of decades later, it was destroyed by a tsunami. Jeez, Buddha. Whoever controls the weather really does not like your buildings. Oh, I can only go here? Oh, I can go over here. Okay. Hmm. Okay, time to go upstairs. I think. Okay. Yeah, busts. Well, I guess we'll go over there and, work our way around. Doesn't say anything, just this. I guess we should probably go over there to read stuff first. It's kind of interesting how it kind of pops out a little bit. Like, I'm not sure if that's like oil on oil or if it's just the art thing. You can see like the little etchings right here, kind of when the light hits it. Like, my family just pretty much walked past all this. I mean, there isn't much to see here to me. And it's like, it's kind of something just to look at and go like, huh, just for like a minute or couple of seconds or two. Uh-huh. Like, I think if you can get that much detail here, you could probably get more detail on the stuff down below. And maybe it's just not that famous, so they don't put that much detail into rendering it. And I guess it's a lot easier to render a flat thing. Yeah, it is. Like here it's like, not just, like, here you can see, like, that's a tree thing and stuff. But, like, I like a little bit of here's stuff here, so you can, like, get a good thing on it. And it's weird, like, when I get back a thing, it gets blurrier, and then it's not so blurry. It's neat, but not my tastes. This thing, not so much either. Definitely not. It's a bit too dark. Especially how I'm feeling right now. This guy really liked painting water lilies. It's like this. Looks very Frenchy, like Belgium. and stuff like that, like Northwestern European. Just so vibrant, and I can't tell. Like there's lilies and the. Like somebody's like, let's put some color, let's do some lilies here and there, and heck. And there's that famous painting. And where's that one girl from? There she is, from that one movie. Was it Ferris Bueller's Day Out or Day Off? Creepy. Like, why did the guy focus on her? Is it like, it's like, oh, that's really creepy looking, or what? Air looks so clean here. Granted, this was probably during the Industrial Revolution, so it must be like way out in the countryside, or definitely ideal. Boy, remember like this probably isn't winter because like not cold, but like was it summer day or something like that? Sunday on. But like it's really weird looking at things like this where it's like, oh, people wore layers back then. And usually wasn't depicted as, oh, these people are sweating their things off. I mean, Europe and, either spring or fall. I guess spring. It's like, that's a lot of clothes. Is that a monkey? There's a monkey. Why is there a monkey here? Did, like, European people just walk around with pet monkeys? I mean, there's a leash right there. People sure knew how to do leisure back then, because, like, these days you have to do things. Back then, it's like, you just kind of go in the park, walk a little bit, sit, contemplate. Maybe be somewhere with somebody and just enjoy the day. Like, this painting is famous and I like it. It's very, hey, here's leisure and stuff. It's calming. It makes me feel better. I like it. What was this, Americana, I think it's called? There's Grandpa, Grandma, parents somewhere, kids, a humongous turkey, which, okay, I think they do want something. They want somewhere to put this thing, because that seems like too small of a space. And wow, everybody's just drinking water. I was drinking some kind of alcohol? That's weird. And doesn't like, since it's Thanksgiving, it's not like doesn't seem like anybody's gonna be like, well, I'm voting for, what's his name? Oh, that one guy about the Red Scare or something. It was in, what was that movie, Julie and Julia? McCarthy, that's it. I do like Thanksgiving stuff. Like, what is that supposed to be? Flan? It looks like it's just made out of wood. Maybe there's potatoes and peas in there. Like, I don't know what that is. Salt and pepper, carving stuff. This guy who is really breaking the fourth wall because, like, she's looking at that person, maybe that person's like, this guy's like, hey, what's going on over here? Y'all looking at some art right here? Y'all looking at that turkey? I'm Ronald Reagan. Okay. Roman epics or busts. Let's do Roman epics like later because I want to look at that more. Here's busts. what he looked like? Hmm. I always wondered how they did like this. You can chisel out of one thing, but it's like when it's this is like just white thing, and then it's a different stone here. Like maybe the head's just small enough to like put the rock down, or maybe they had like two stone slabs and just put it together and just sealed it somehow. Huh. Looks younger than over there. Guess it's early Augustus. Hmm. I don't know that. One thing I hate about history and as a kid, I'm not sure if it was because I was a kid or United States history classes are just so boring, just bland. But I can't remember any history, and it's like, okay, Augustus Caesar, he was a great general, and he made Caesar, and then he was stabbed by a bunch of people, Roman, that's pretty much it. And it's like, read all this stuff, and look at the series Rome, and all that stuff, which, was good at first, and then the kind of budget cuts and stuff. But it's like, there's so much history, and so interesting history that can be, like Game of Thrones good, and then there's things that I find so interesting about a whole bunch of history, and when it's United States history, it's like in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue with Venus, Santa Maria, and whatever, and he didn't kill anybody, and then stuff, and then you go to actual college stuff, and it's like, oh, he was a horrible person, and you look at ancient stuff, it's like, wow, he did a whole bunch of terrible things. It's like history's so interesting. I have a whole bunch of things like as a kid, you go through see these things or go through ruins or stuff like that. And it's like, oh, it's a ruin. But then when you're older, it's like, oh wow, somebody commissioned this stuff, and it was here for tens, hundreds of years, and people hundreds of thousands of years ago walked these areas and lived their lives, and then everything came crashing down, still stood here, and today it's still here with people today doing their things right underneath these pillars and ruins and stuff like that. Just it's really it could be my age change, or it could just be wow, somehow American grade school just made history so goddamn boring somehow. Wow, that's a lot of children. Was it 8? 6 years. Wow. I mean, you'd have to have one hell of a system to try and have all those kids reared somehow. I mean, 1 million kids? Hey, in like, what, a good 18 years, then you got a whole bunch of Roman citizens. And hopefully enough work. So they don't end up like, my generation. YouTube, this is art. Don't need to lose your shit about it. And maybe I should make this 18 plus, because, hey, boobs. And vaginas. Granted, it's a little covered. I wonder how they did. I guess there's like a mold somewhere between these two slabs of rock. Now I'm just thinking of kids just coming in here and be like, this is making me feel weird. Growing up sucks. Let's take a look at it first. It's a weird shaped head. And fever. Or poison. I don't know. I got like personally, I kind of like the idea of, you know, in my own views, like somebody being reared to be a ruler or something like that. Because I look, like, in my honest opinion, like these days when I'm looking at, like, oh, somebody's been elected into office, and oh, they know nothing about ruling, and they're just some jerk off being like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. Just like these people can obviously be jerk offs. Like, look at him. What's it called? Gladiator. Not an accurate depiction of everything, but a fairly accurate depiction in a way, because the person who became emperor, if you ever watched the movie, was a complete tosser and really messed things up. But it's like, I kind of wish people that were ruling places kind of had a, hey, we're going in for this for the long haul. So instead of trying to get as much money as we can, how we try to, go in for this for the long haul. And I don't know, they come into office with a bit of experience and stuff. I don't know. That's why I want robots to be president. As long as they don't have a, destroy all humans policy. Hmm. I like me. I kind of want power so I could do stuff. I wouldn't want to be the head guy because it's like people might want to do that. But granted, this would just be doesn't factor. But still, it's like I don't want to be the tallest tree. That's and a cheesies. I don't know who that is. Let's start over there. Isn't she supposed to be a cunt? Like she's the wife of Zeus, I think, and Zeus is a cunt too because he's screwing around with everybody. But she is like a cunt to a whole bunch of people or somebody. I think so. What the thing I do like about Greek mythology is that like explains why things are bad because either the gods don't care or they have a personal grudge against you. It's like, yeah, I like Athena. Wisdom, war, strategy. Are not good for growing things, but hey, that's some good stuff. Maybe not the war part, but like, hey, if you're good at war, then hey, you don't have to worry about people fighting you because good at war and strategery. So what's this? Oh, so wait. Oh, hey, here's a kid. I'm reading it again because I guess I was lost in thought. That's the thing I hate about being myself. I'm reading this stuff and it's like I catch a word or two and then it's like, oh, what was this about? What did I read? I don't know. Fuck. Hmm. Yo, dude, we have to do something with these snakes or whatever. There are too many snakes. Like, where it says priest, it's very blurry for me. And just, oh, it's weird from the angle. Oh, it's even worse now. Neptune, I think. Like, I can clearly see things, and then there's a good line where it's just like completely fucking blurry. Like it's like very blurry up there, less blurry and very clear, like below that line that you may or may not see. Like I just have to really stand close to it, like I'm some old farts that is like reading the top line of one of those how bad is your eyesight things. Like they couldn't make this any clearer? Any higher resolution? Hmm. And that's gotta suck. Is there back to it? Or is there's a snake head? Remember, kids, have a choppy thing for the head of the snake. Don't follow my advice. You know, just in case legal stuff. So I guess that's this. So I can delete it from my hard drive. It's not like this. I don't think this would take any space. I was looking at what's it called, accounting, because I'm gonna do that again because like I don't have it for my new YouTube, and it takes up like what, 469 nice gigabytes, megabytes. It's like, wow, I have taken pictures that have had more storage than that. Okay, maybe not more storage, but still, it's like, that's very small. Where's my mocha? Where's my mocha? Oh, hey, there's a not very good mirror thing, because, like, here's all this stuff, but it doesn't have David right there, or the other thing. There's that Mona Lisa, but not the statue that's on the others, between here and there, which is weird. No physics engine. So that's this. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Oh, it's 3D. Ooh. Okay. I guess you could read this stuff. Yeah, Vive. Scan the world, scan the world. Sketchfab? What do we use? Agisoft. Sketchfab is a different one. Oh, no, wait, maybe it's the thing we look at 3 things and, yeah, fewer of. Okay. So anyways, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please comment, because I like comments, and would you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and share other videos to help it grow, and please remember to spay and or neuter your animals please spay and neuter animals to help control the pet population. And until next time on Let's Play by me, the GamerWolfSix, of some other VR thing. See ya.